Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be making some Easter cards, and I'm going to show you how to take this template and either make like a regular card or this cute little shaker card. So let's go ahead and get started. Make sure to grab the free SVG file from my blog at svgnation.com, and there is a link in the video description that's going to take you directly there, as well as links to the supplies that I'm using in case you want to check any of those out. So once you have that uploaded in Cricut Design Space, go ahead and add that file to your canvas. And I am zoomed out to 50%, so mine will appear smaller than yours, but I just want you to be able to see everything. So the first thing you need to do is go ahead and ungroup your layers. And once you've done that, we'll start right here with the envelope. If you don't want to make an envelope for this, then you can just delete this. But you do want to go ahead and click open this layer right here, and you need to change this black rectangle right here to your score lines because we're using our scoring tool for this. If you don't have a scoring tool, you can delete that instead. But once you've changed it, go ahead and click right here. You're selecting both of these layers together, and then go ahead and attach those together. And then we want to repeat the same thing over here on this card. Go ahead and open this up and click on that line right there, and we're going to change that to score. Or you can delete it if you don't have a scoring tool. Go ahead and click right here to attach those. Okay, and I'm just going to move this aside. So right here, this Happy Easter, and then this part that says to one of my favorite peeps, we're using Cricut pens for that. So let's go ahead and click right here, and we're going to open this layer up. And where you see the text right here, go ahead and select that, and you want to change that operation to pen. And then go ahead and select right above it. That way it selects both these layers to attach those together. And then we're going to do the same thing right here to one of my favorite peeps. We're just going to click right here. If you want to write this in a different color, you can do that. Just make sure that you change your pen color right here. I'm going to be using black for both of these, but I just want to point that out in case you wanted to use a different pen color. And then once you have that selected, you can go ahead and attach those two layers together. You always want to make sure that you attach your pen layer to the layer it's writing on, otherwise it's not going to write in the correct spot. Okay, so this is ready to go, but I want to show you a few things. So this one right here, this is going to be our foam. And so if you're not making a shaker card, then you can just delete this. You're not going to need it. And this right here is that clear plastic. So again, you can delete this if you're not making the shaker card. Okay, but everything is ready. So go ahead and cut everything out and follow the prompts on your Cricut for when to add your pen and scoring tool, and then we'll assemble everything. All right, so I have everything cut out. I'm going to go ahead and put some of these aside. I'm just going to start right here with my base card piece, and I'm just going to fold this in half right there on that score line. If you don't have that score line, you're just folding this in half. And I'm going to grab my brayer to help give me a really good fold on that score line and to smooth that out. All right, next you want to go ahead and grab these three pieces. So you have like your solid color piece, and you have your foam, and you also have like your top layer. And go ahead and line these up, because you want to make sure that the foam and this top layer line up. So if you notice, if I flip this foam over this way, those don't line up perfectly. So you're going to see that pink come through, and I don't want that. So I just want to make sure that I'm gluing everything on the right side, and those line up perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down onto the purple this way. I'm just gonna flip this over. The purple doesn't matter. It was mainly just this foam layer that matters. And as I glue this, I do want to glue around the bunnies. This way, when we fill it with glitter, that glitter doesn't slip out. And you also want to fill the glue all over. Might just take this off so it goes a little faster. With foam, the glue kind of does soak in, so you can go kind of heavy on the glue. Then after you get around the bunnies, go ahead and get around the edges. And I'm just going to place this purple layer right on top, and we're going to line those up and glue it down. If you get any glue that seeps in, you can just kind of wipe it out. The glue that I'm using dries clear, so it's not that big of a deal, but you do want it to not be there when you put the glitter in there, so you either want to let it dry first or wipe it out so that the glitter doesn't stick to it. You do want to press down really well around all those edges of the bunny, again, because you want to make sure that that glitter stays inside the foam. And you can also use your brayer to help you flatten that down. And I'm just going to wipe up a little bit of the glue that seeped through. So I keep baby wipes at my workstation because they're great for kind of cleaning up little pieces like this, or if you get it on your workspace, but they're also great for cleaning your mats. So it's a really great thing to keep near your craft station. Alright, so next I'm just going to glue this and place it on top of the front of the card. So we're just going to add some glue to the back of this. I don't need to go quite as heavy on the glue since this is just cardstock. And like I said, we're just gluing this to the front of the card, and you are leaving like a little border around it. Make sure that gets nice and flat. Now I'm just going to place glitter inside of these, and you can use like a mixture of like glitter, sequins, and whatever you want. I'm actually going to do each of them a different color, so it's kind of like each bunny is a different color bunny. And I'm going to go a little heavy in here since this is kind of like a clear glitter. I'm going to go pretty heavy with it. And I picked this little thing up at Hobby Lobby, so if you like these colors, you can pick this up. It gives you 4 different colors for this. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of shake that out because you want this kind of, you want the glitter flat before you glue the plastic on. And then you want to remove any of the glitter that got on your foam. That way it doesn't get away with the glue. Alright, and now next we're going to glue our clear layer on top, so we're just going to add glue to the foam. And again, you can go a little heavy on the foam because the foam soaks up the glue. And again, you want to make sure that you get around your bunnies really well. That way that glitter stays inside. So I'm just going to add my clear plastic on top. And don't worry about being able to see all that glue, because we have another layer to go on top of this. That's going to hide it all. And you can use that brayer to really help smooth that glue out and flatten all of this. And now I'm just adding the top layer on, and it'll line up perfectly with those bunnies. Alright, so next we're going to add on our words. Let's say Happy Easter to one of my favorite peeps. So you can glue these down, but I'm actually going to be using some foam dots just to give a little more dimension to this. I'm just going to place a few of my foam dots right behind here and take those protective pieces off. And I'm going to repeat this for this one. You only need a few foam dots. You don't have to like put them right next to each other. You can leave kind of a big gap in between them. And just place that on there. So look how super cute this is, and you have that glitter that just kind of shakes in there. I filled mine pretty full because it was light, but it still shakes around in there, and I just love the way this looks. But if you guys want to get even cuter with this, believe it or not, we can go even cuter. We're going to add some bunny tails. I'm just going to get out like 4 of them here. So I did test a few different glues for this, and I found that the hot glue actually worked the best. I was afraid it might melt the plastic, but it didn't. If your hot glue is hotter than mine, maybe it will, but I assume they're all the same temperature. So I'm just going to put a little drop of hot glue and place on a little bunny tail, and then repeat that. craft glue did work. I just had to like put a little bit more on there, but it took a while before it dried. So by using the hot glue, it'll attach right away and your card will be ready to go. And there is an envelope that goes with this, so you guys stay here so I can show you how to assemble that. But really, that card is super cute. And even if you don't have like all the supplies to do the shaker, look how cute it is just flat. I mean, all I did is place, you know, a single sheet of paper under here and another paper here. I did use the foam dots to give that some dimension, but it's still just as cute. I love the shaker version, but just in case you have to make these last minutes and you don't have time to get those, it's still just as cute this way. But let's go ahead and make the envelope that goes with it. So let's go ahead and start off by folding on your score lines. And we're just gonna fold them all the same way. It really doesn't matter which way you fold them, just make sure you fold them all the same way. And I do like my envelopes to lay pretty flat, so I do like to use my brayer to help flatten those out. Alright, next we want to glue our little liner right in here. And it does help to fold this first, that way you know exactly where to line it up. So I'm just going to add the glue to the inside here. And I'm just going to line this up in the middle and line it up to where it folds, and just kind of fold that up and push it down as much as I can. And then I can just fold this over like I'm closing it and press that down. And that's just going to give you a pretty little envelope that coordinates with your card with the little bunnies. But next we need to go ahead and attach the bottom part. So just go ahead and bring this part in first, and you're going to attach the two sides on top of it. So just add a little bit of glue going up this side and place that down. We're going to do the same over here. And use this to really flatten that down. And there you have it. It's just a cute little envelope. And your card will fit perfectly inside of here. If you don't feel like making the envelope, this is a 5x7 size, so you can just buy a 5x7 envelope, but I kind of like the coordinated look. And it still fits in there even with all that extra bulk, so that's really nice. And you can just put like a sticker or glue it down however you want to. But that's all there is to it for these. So you guys, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If there's some other designs you'd like to see, let me know that as well. I'm always happy to hear what you guys are looking for. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do that. And make sure to like this video. When you comment or like the video, it helps us so much that we can continue to make videos for you guys. And it helps me be able to keep all of these files free for you guys. So again, make sure to give that video a like. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.